Hello, citizens of YouTube land.
Hey.
It's your president and your VP back once again with another episode of Lifetime Movies, A Dude's Perspective, Season 2.
Yep.
This time it's going to be Cocaine, a one-man seduction. I know by the title that it's kind of spicy. Premiered February 27th, 1983 on NBC. Part of the Sunday night movie lineup at a time when network TV used to do made-for-TV movies once a week as a way to bolster ratings.
Yeah.
This kind of counts as a Lifetime movie because it follows very, very similar plot lines and characters as you might see in a movie that would premiere on Lifetime.
Yep.
So this one stars Dennis Weaver, Karen Grassel, and James Spader, who a lot of you guys will know Karen Grassel from Little House on the Prairie, and you might know James Spader from a little show called The Blacklist.
Yeah.
So this movie begins with Dennis Weaver's character, Eddie Gant, who is really...
He's just a normal family man, you know?
Yeah, he's a normal family man.
He's a down-to-earth family man that...
who's a real estate agent, who isn't quite getting the success that he wants, and is, quite frankly, jealous of the younger cohorts that are in his real estate agency.
Yeah.
And so, because of the lack of self-confidence in himself to really reach for the brass ring, he resorts to taking shortcuts. In this case, it was cocaine.
Yeah, a friend actually introduced it to him.
Yeah, it started with like a lady friend who is pretty prominent in this as well. There's a character named Bruce who ends up becoming Eddie's pusher, his drug dealer. And the lady friend at one point tells Eddie, or tells Bruce, hey, Eddie's not really into this. He's getting too heavy into it. He's getting too strung out. This is a very uncomfortable subject matter. So parents out there who watch our show too, screen this beforehand before you let your children watch it. It might quite possibly be very inappropriate for them because...
due to the frequent use of drugs.
Yes, and we wouldn't want young children out there to get the wrong idea.
Yeah.
So, screen it first. So, as I was saying, he is jealous of the success, and he gets introduced by a lady friend.
Dad. Mama's here.
Yeah.
Remember?
What?
Remember the joke we were going to do?
What joke was that?
That Diddy and Son was filmed in front of a live
studio
yeah.
Forgot to throw that one out there too. Diddy and Son is filmed in front of a live studio audience. A little bit of a throwback to the way like 80s and 90s sitcoms used to be done as well. So, as I was saying, he gets introduced to it, and at first it starts with just a little snort, a little toot here. You know, those of you out there who know that kind of drug lingo, it basically just means that he's, taking hits of cocaine, is what that means.
Every once in a while,
so,
and then they get more frequent.
Slowly but surely, he gets more and more addicted, as this often happens. And unfortunately, he doesn't even see the signs in his own friend, who gets so strung out, so addicted, that he abandons everything. And at one point, he tells him, hey, I was on a 30-hour binge where I was freebasing. And yeah, I'm going full out here, guys, because it's a very tough, very hard movie. So excuse me for having to put it out there like that. But that's what we do here. We've tackled controversial topics in the past, so we're no stranger to these situations.
We're no strangers to this.
Yeah.
You know us, and so do we.
It, trying to rickroll over here, guys. A little light-hearted humor to kind of break up the tension a bit. So, he resorts to hiding it and stuff, and he's spending money left and right.
Sorry about the cringe, guys.
And he goes on a extreme binge, and he gets strung out, and his dealer ends up getting arrested because he has like an ounce on him, and that's possession with the intent to distribute and or sell, which is a felony.
By the way, this takes place in San Diego, California.
Yeah, it's Southern California. It's 1983. Yeah, figure it out, guys. Yeah. So he eventually goes to his lady friend's house where she had told him that he got arrested. He bursts in. He flips out. He's ransacking the place. He's looking through the garbage like a bum because she tells him that, hey, I threw it out because I don't want nothing to do with it anymore. So he's rummaging it around, and he gets a good amount, and apparently he takes it, and then he ends up with cocaine poisoning because it's a lot. So
yeah. And the doctor is like just so used to this. He's like, yeah, it was just cocaine poisoning.
Yeah, he's very blunt, direct to the point. You know, no just... bedside manner. But he flat out tells Karen Grassel, you know,
I lost my bedside manner 15 hours ago.
Yeah, I mean, you can understand that too. A doctor who's been up for a 24, 48-hour shift, you know, nonstop on call, so you can understand that point. What I would like to point out, though, is that these performances in this particular movie were awesome. You know, everybody played their part very well, and it was very well acted. And you really kind of believe that this guy was down this bad path. You know, the moral of the story here, of course, is don't do cocaine.
Don't do drugs, kids. Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad. They can lead you down a bad road. And I would also like to point out that the opening shot was really cool, too, with it kind of panning over the sea line into the town, and all of that was really cool, too. So, you know, he gets arrested because it's standard procedure for doctors to report drug overdoses, and he had the cocaine on him. So then the judge hands down kind of a lenient sentence when you really think about it.
It was his first offense as well. He had no prior to criminal past before.
Yeah,
so
and the movie.
So that's why the judge gave him a lenient sentence.
And at one point, I would also point out that at one point he had his son, who of course was played by James Spader. His mom found some cocaine in like a foil wrapper, and he tells her that he was holding it for a friend while eyeing his dad in the face, you know. And then they have a big confrontation. And, of course, a little bit later, his son is in this wrestling match, and he gives him this look that is a combination of anger and disappointment. And you would really not want to ever get that look from anybody. So,
especially your own kid.
Especially your own kid. And you would have thought that would have helped snap him out of it. But unfortunately, addiction is a very slippery slope. And once you start down it, you can slide and careen out of control very easily.
And it's very hard to get out.
It can be. The movie does end on a bittersweet note, you know. He has probation, he has a fine, but it does look like he can recover.
Oh yeah, and he has to go to a drug rehabilitation center.
So, yeah. My final rating for this one is 4 out of 5. What say you?
You know, it's an okay movie. It's 3.5 out of 5 for me.
Okay, so 3.75 out of 5 total, guys. But of course, if you have seen the movie and you think it's complete garbage and these actors never should have wasted their time with it, well, you're wrong. But, hey, just remember, we're just two idiots with a cell phone camera. Our opinions do not matter, except they actually do, because we have a YouTube show, except they actually don't. So, having said that, we'll see you guys for the next episode. I'm not sure when that one will come out.
It'll probably be Walker, episode 5.
Probably Walker, episode 5, Thursday night, and then probably another Lifetime movie, kind of alternate between those two for the next couple of weeks until we get into March of the Leprechauns next month.
On March 9th, where we will probably be filming from a special location.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Other than here, hopefully.
So we will see you guys next time. And as always, remember this. Peace and love from Denny and Son. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.